Hey gang, hope everyone's doing well. I thought we could do something pretty fun today, something simple and something that you could give away as a gift later on. This is an unpainted Santa Claus that I've done, and this is a little bit bigger piece of wood that I've carved this Santa out of. But today we are going to be using a 1x1 by 12 inches long little piece of basswood, and I've already measured it out to where you can come to down to top, down to the bottom here, 1/2 inch, and just kind of, when you get down there, make a diagonal line for your hat. And you can make this thing as long or as short as you want to. I just went 3.5 inches to, kind of give us a stopping point. But I wanted to go ahead and kind of get started on it and a little bit of whittling on it. So what we'll do is determine where that hat's going to be. Make a stop cut there. Just kind of outline where everything's going to be at. And this is a real fun, easy project, guys, if you don't have a lot of time, and you just could do this just with about anything. It doesn't even have to be a squared piece of basswood. It could be a stick out in the yard. But the reason I like good clean basswood is when we go to paint this, it shows up really nice. So here we go, just something like that. Come down here and mark the end, kind of give it a base. There we go, and something like that for right now. So just determine what what our hat's gonna look like, and kind of like this one that we have here. What we'll do is we'll come up on the ends here, make a brim, I like to call it, brim of the hat, and then from the corners up, and then you just draw a ball right here. Just kind of outline that with your knife, go back in and cut it. So we'll have a brim. You'll notch that, give that a guideline of where we're going to continue to take away some wood. Go up under the ball here. There we go. Leave that little bit of point sticking out right there. It gives it some cool little characteristics about it. And just kind of follow your line up, guys, like this, and just kind of follow your contours of your lines there to form your hat, and just come to the back and kind of flatten that out. These make great little ornaments to give away during Christmas time, your family and your friends and whatnot. But really surprise them and let them know that you got a talent the Lord has blessed you with, and you'd like to bless them with some of the gifts, maybe for coming up Christmas and whatnot. So you just kind of round this off a little bit, like so. Kind of get your pencil markings off of there. That way you won't have so much to contend with looking at, and make it a little bit better. There we go. Just come around. Go ahead and notch these down here. I got this basswood from Heineke. Miss Robin actually took my order over the phone, so if they're watching, thank you guys so much for some awesome wood. Highly recommend these guys. You know what, let's get a V-tool just to make it a little faster. This is a number, I think that says 15mm. I could be wrong about that. Just follow your line like so. Stuff like that. Kind of round the hat, make it a little bit more presentable, I like to call it. There we go. This basswood is from northern Wisconsin basswood. It's like a white color. It carves incredibly well. Really enjoy carving it. You do not have to push very hard at all. If you have a razor sharp knife and a really good basswood, it makes carving just a joy. So this is what we got right now, guys. And just kind of, where we did that, where we went in there with the V tool, kind of go in there with the tip of the knife and just kind of round that where it's a little softer line, not so hard, like so. Try to do that on both sides and just kind of work up to the, see how that's kind of gradually going back towards the ball or the tassel of the hat. And just kind of, you can leave this kind of oblong shape, I would call it. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be perfectly round unless you just want to. And if you do, take your time and just make it round. No big deal. I'd like to thank all you guys that have subscribed and continue to follow me on YouTube. Hope the content has been good for you guys. I'm going to try to get a little bit more videos out in the future. What I like for this channel to be consisting of is wood carving, wood carvers, tools, and wood carving shows, seminars, and competitions. So you guys stick with me, and we can try to get some footage of all that. I know the Charlotte Woodcarvers seminar, well, it's the showcase actually in Charlotte, North Carolina is coming up, which is, it's not too terribly far, it's far enough from me, but I'm gonna, Lord willing, if everything works out, I'd really like to attend that this year and go down and see the vendors and see the competition. Guys, these are some of the best in the nation that come and compete at a very high level, and you can also compete as well. People say, well, maybe I don't need to enter that competition, it's going to be some really well-versed and professional carvers there. Well, my answer to that is, when are you going to start? You got to start somewhere. So if it was me, that's the one I would want to do. And let the competition help you, show you where you stand at. Enter anything Tom Wolfe. I mean, golly, I must have all of his books. And, get some of his books. And his books are very educational. And I don't know if you do have some. He, in the preferences, shows or has written stories about different things that he has experienced over his life. They're pretty funny. I had the pleasure of meeting Tom at one of the shows in Charlotte one year, and fortunately he's no longer with us, but what a legacy he's left behind for us wood carvers. He has set the bar high. Okay, so that's what that looks like, guys. Let's go ahead and determine where I want our nose. Come down just a little bit. I'm sorry, not the nose, the eyes. We'll just put the eyes right here. Come on across. Just make a simple stop cut right there. Cut back to it. Just keep recutting that. There you go. These are, fairly quick and easy to do. I know I enjoy doing them. I like giving carvings away during the holidays. It's really fun for me to surprise people, especially my wife's grandparents, people at church, different places. So, okay. So that's what that looks like, guys. Just kind of gouge it out right there. That's where our eyes are going to go. Eyes, and come down a little bit and kind of cut back towards that. Kind of angle that back a little bit. Now you guys, You can do little nose, big nose, whatever. I'm just gonna do a simple nose. Go down halfway. You guys can see that. Where our nose is gonna be. Kind of gouge that out with my knife a little bit. Keep on cutting back. Just go ahead and knock this corner off a little bit. It's gonna be up under the nose anyway, where our mouth is gonna be, so to help things a little bit. Just kind of angle that cut back. So there's our nose. And go ahead, corner to corner, like a pizza slice almost. I'd like to take a little U-gouge. Let's see what we got here by Dockyard. These things are awesome. Let's do a number. This one doesn't have a number. It looks like almost a 5mm. Come in there and gouge these eyes out just a little bit more deep in the eye sockets. Starting to tear on me, so that means let's cut back up to the hat, kind of make everything flush again. Come down, go ahead and cut our nose out. I should have waited to gouge those eyes out, so do this step first before you gouge the eyes a little deeper, guys. There we go. See how the nose is sticking out now? Just shape your nose a little, you know, however you want the nose to look. Give him a little skinny nose, fat nose, round nose. Doesn't really matter. Whatever you prefer. Okay. Something like this, guys. Come back in there and deepen it a little bit. Chip cut, I like to call it. Be easier to cut this in sections, guys, so it won't be so cumbersome to use. Talking about the length of the wood, that's probably not going to be cumbersome for y'all, because you know, people making a video, it's kind of hard to turn it around every now and then because of the length of it. But anyway, we'll make do. These are great little, you can also make the hat into a hillbilly hat. Take the ball off and just kind of slant it to the side. It's a great little hillbilly hat. So I got the nose in there, and then you just want to give it the classic Santa Claus mustache. Let's clean that up a little bit. We'll outline it with a let's see here. I will just continue to use a knife, it'll be fine. Just want to come back up and clean these cheeks up a little bit. Come back in here. Just make everything uniformed and equal on both sides. There we go. Chip cut right there in the middle of the mouth. 1, 2, and this should pop out really easy if I did this right. 3, yep. Go back in there and deepen it. Undercut your scored lines there. See how that's coming out. Now this is protruding a lot more than it needs to be on this face. Of course, this is going to be the rest of our beard, so just take all of it off, kind of let that come back almost flush with the bottom of the mouth, not quite, because we want the bottom lip to protrude out. Okay, so that's what that looks like. So what about the corners here? Well, the corners, we're gonna do this. It's gonna be our hair. So just like on this guy right here, you see how I did his hair on the side of his cheeks and everything. So the cheek is going to be formed just like this, both sides. I'll just come up. And where the mustache ends is going to be the rest of the beard and the hair. And then you get to shape it to whatever shape you'd like to have it. And just shape it with your knife. And guys, going to big shows like that, you can get a lot of questions answered about different things, because some of the best are there and they answer whatever you might have containing wood carving questions about, you know, how do you cut this, why do you use a gouge here instead of a knife, just different stuff, guys. And it's like I said, you know, wood carvers are very knowledgeable about different things when it comes to different tools and woods. Speaking of woods, you can also get a good supply of wood too while you attend the wood carving shows too. They have everything there. It's just a good time to go because everyone's there, and get questions answered. You can get your tools. I think some shows even have nice knife sharpening. That someone brings in I think a Burke sharpener, or some kind of power sharpener that does it right there for you on the spot. So it's pretty cool. So the guys, that's how it looks right now. I haven't done his eyes yet because I just wanted to show you that, you know, it's just really simple. Just kind of round those cheeks off now. Back up into the face. Back up to the hairline here. Just kind of make everything blend in. Make sure you're doing good clean cuts, like so. Does it come out? Cut it again. Just like so. And just stop, relief cut, stop, relief cut. Both sides, just give them some hair texture. And then we'll put his bottom lip in with a number. I think I got a number 4 dockyard in here. It's a great one to use. Let's see. Yeah. Let's go make that bottom lip protrude out. Like so. Come back up to it on the corners. Kind of clean that up. A little chip cut. Kind of get some shadow in there. Makes it protrude out a little bit more. Looks a little bit better. Just like that. Okay. And with a number let's see, what number 3 millimeter V tool by Dockyard can do some really cool hair texture right here where the mustache is at, and just kind of come back up under the nose, do a couple. It doesn't have to be a lot, you know, just to get the point across, you know. And one in the middle, and then you can just start having fun and putting all kinds of cool hair flow ideas in his beard and mustache, and you can put them as deep and as shallow as you want. Give it a different look. One thing I like to do, guys, I'll show you here in a minute, is break that beard up, giving a pretty big stop cut. Gives it a little more character. When you're looking at it, it looks good when you paint it too. Let's do the other side right fast. These Dockyard tools are awesome. I think I got all that they've ever made. Could be wrong. If I don't, I need to get some. There we go. See how that looks, guys? I get a little bit of texture in there. Well, I told you earlier, what I like to do is come in here, make a big gashing cut, and really break up really show where that beard's coming in. Just layer it a little bit like that, like I did on this side right here. See that? That makes it look really cool. I like doing that. Gives it some character. So there we go. So let's do the eyes now, guys. Let's take a number. We'll just continue with the number 4 right here. It fits perfect. And just deepen them a little bit on both sides. Make sure they're both level, or even, not really level. One thing I didn't really do is let's make those wings of the nose kind of pop out a little bit more, just by doing a little stop cut like that, coming up against it. Bridge of the nose going back to the eyes. Make these little wings pop out a lot better. You can paint these any kind of colors. The hats are really fun to paint different colors like that, or whatever. See little wings on the nose, and just kind of go back up under there and undercut it a little bit. There we go. Okay, and the chip cut, the eye video that I've done, 3-dot eye I call it. We're gonna do that on this, guys, because it's just it works. It's easy. It looks good. Just kind of going in there and making that forehead kind of pop out more, and putting the the nose a little deeper in. There we go. Socket there. See how that looks right now. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to give you a good. There we go. Like something was in his eye there. Okay, let's put the eyes in. Dot to dot to dot. Let me get back in here and clean these gouge marks up just a little bit more. Okay, here we go. We got a dot here, a dot here, and a dot here. Dot here, dot here, oh, and dot here on the outside. I don't know if you can see that, but you will in a minute. Basically, guys, all we're doing is using the tip of our knife to do little chip cuts and just pointing the knife towards the dot. it's next in line, and making a little chip cut come out just like so. Okay, down, chip cut again. If it does not come out, recut it just like so. Okay, very thankful that I have practiced this little 3-dot eye, because I mean it's pretty cool. I really enjoy doing it. Okay, see what we've done here? Now we just connect them. So just like in the video, there's one cut, come down, there's the next one. Kind of undercut it just slightly. Let's give some shadow where the eye's at. Okay, same with the bottom. Okay, same on the other side. Dot, dot, dot. Hope you guys are in the best of health and are looking forward to a brand new year. I know I am. There we go. One more dot. Bear with me, guys. I'm sorry. I should have cut this to where it's not so cumbersome. There we go. Okay, now just connect them. Again, sometimes it's just easier for me to flip it upside down. There we go. Just like so, okay? Now what I like to do is take that same number 4 little micro gouge and just do just a barely come up like this, just to protrude his eyebrows a little bit, and come back and kind of just flatten that out a little bit to where his forehead bends in a lot better. What you also can do is a little trick is take that same number 4, put it right there along the bridge line with his nose, and come back to it, flip it over, come back, get your knife, and it makes the eyebrow. And then you just kind of cut it like that. It's a little bit neater. Everything's symmetrical if you use the same tool. See how that pops out like that? Okay, let's do the same thing on the other side right fast. Against the bridge of the nose. Come back, flip it. It's just a stop cut, relief cut, guys. It's just using the U-gouges all. It's just little. I don't even know where I've learned that at. I guess just by trial and error, needing something to happen and using different tools. And there we go. So he's pretty much done, guys. Put a little bit of what I call headlines on him. No, not the newspaper. These are what I call headlines. Little wrinkles in his head. Stop cut, relief cut. Take your time right here. It adds a little bit better. There we go, cool. Just kind of fixing that a little bit right there. There we go. And if you don't want his eyebrows poking out so much, you can just whittle them down a little bit. Make everything blend in. You can bring this hat down a little bit more back here behind the brim of the hat, and then just kind of round this off along with these. And I think we got us a Santa Claus ornament. Cool. I think that'll work, guys. Now next step is to paint him. Y'all stay tuned for that.